Hello.
Marnus Labuschagne yesterday said this series will be won with the bat rather than the ball. Do you agree?
Well, that's a contentious one. I do believe we've got enough in terms of our attack to be able to take 20 wickets. And for me, Test cricket really boils down to who can get the 20 wickets. I think the ball is going to play a big role in deciding which way the series go.
I guess one of the big decisions you have to make is balancing the side up. Are you getting closer to knowing what you might do there and whether you'll trade off an extra batter for 5 frontline bowlers?
Yeah, we're getting close. We had a look today. Speaking to the groundsman, David, I don't think it's going to take off any more grass, but we will have a look tomorrow and make the final decision. We're getting closer though, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it, to go with just 5 specialist batsmen and a keeper, but your priority, you've said, is taking 20 wickets?
Most definitely. Wickets that we've played on in the past have been a big challenge in terms of offering all three, movement and bounce and a bit of seam, whereby here, gauging by the nets, obviously we don't play in the nets. It's been a truer bounce, it's been more consistent bounce, so to speak. So we're going to have to back our batters to score the runs and our bowlers to take the 20 wickets.
Obviously, Mali, you want the batters to be doing the bulk of the job, but without having probably a general all-rounder, certainly not a batting all-rounder, how much do you look at some of the bowlers that you've got on your side, like a Janssen, for example, who obviously batted quite well in England?
Yeah, we've prepared him, we're growing him in terms of his all-round ability, and he's got the ability to do something special with the bat. From that point of view, he's in work in progress with the bat, and we know he could and he is capable of being part of at least 250 partnerships in terms of our way we go about things. If you look at how we've played in the past, our bowlers have allowed us to get into good position by getting 350 to 360. So from that point of view, partnerships are key for us. And the bowlers know their role in terms of those partnerships with the top order batters, and that has worked well for us. And yes, we are challenging our bowlers to contribute with the bat, and it's a space that we're growing well in.
With Janssen, his development's been quite elevated in the time that he's played Test cricket. I think he's got a strike rate in the low 30s, so he's really done the job for you. How do you see him as where he's headed and where he's come from to get where he is now?
Very excited. We know he's had it's been a sharp rise, and we know for a fact that people around the world have taken note, and they will be coming up. I'm sure now in this series, it's going to be a different challenge. People have seen enough of him to come up with different plans. But when it comes to his performances, we're very pleased because he gives us the variety we need for our attack. And in terms of pace and height and the areas that he hits, it sets him apart in terms of a lot of the other left-armers. Yeah, it's an exciting prospect for us.
It's obviously been a while since you've played Australia in Test cricket, but it's been a while since you played here at the Gabba. We know Australia's record up until obviously a couple of years ago here at the Gabba, but what makes it so hard for an opposition team to come here and get a result, especially in the first match of the Test series?
Well, it's one of those venues where a lot of the players will give you feedback that they feel the crowd is on top of you. And the confidence the Australian team has gained in playing here in terms of the history, obviously that plays a psyche in terms of how they approach the games here. But for us, coming off with the youngest team, it's exciting for us. It's something that we're really looking forward to. And looking at the past 2 seasons, the past 2 years in terms of first inning scores and all of that, it's been competitive games, which means that you need to stay in it the whole time. And for us, it's something that we're very excited to be playing here.
KG was obviously part of the Test tour here last time you were here. How big a role is he playing with some of the younger bowlers, just in terms of advising them how to go about it here in Australia. One of the things you often see when a visiting attack comes here particularly is they'll get carried away by the bounce, they might bowl a bit too short.
Yeah.
Is KG having an important sort of leadership role in the bowling attack?
Yeah, most definitely. He's still young, but in terms of experience and having been here before, it's something that a lot of the other bowlers are using to lean on him in terms of information. We've been quite clear in terms of lengths that we want to hit. If you look at the Wanderers, it offers the same, more or less, where you can get carried away with the sexy bounce and you're going to be ineffective. So we've been working hard on making sure we hit the fuller length and making the better play.
Yeah, Neil.
Sorry, did you say sexy bounce?
Sorry, but actually my question was, as after 2 years as Otis Gibson's assistant, you were seen as the next in line, the heir to the job. You were then put in charge of the A team and academy and various, and it just seemed like a danger that you were going to be sidelined. And I just wanted to know how it feels actually to be behind the wheel for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a great challenge. I think working at international level, it's not something that just get given to you, so you have to earn it. I'd like to believe I've done that. And working with our best players that we have in the country and the skill that they're really executing it at the level that they are working at. For me personally, it's a goal achieved, knowing that it's only interim. But challenging these players to come in here and really do well, I feel like it's a great honor. It is a great honor.
Cool. We're going to go through here and in with Joel now.
So, sort of following on from that, what sort of environment has it been coming into it? How important is the role, or what sort of role has Dean played for you, and how has that relationship been developing? What sort of captain do you see him as?
Well, I've played a support role to Mark Boucher. In many ways, I'm from high performance. So in England, I was there for the first test at Lord's. So I really worked with the players on a consistent basis. So it was not foreign coming in. I've been touching base with each and every one of them in most of the test series that we've played in. So from that point of view, it's been almost seamless transition. And working with Dean, it was important for me that we don't use this period as an excuse that we didn't have this or we didn't have that. So Dean has been a consistent voice, and I've made sure that we drive on that. And I try and support him as much as possible in terms of getting and keeping what we've been doing well for a long period of time to come.
I have to ask, there's probably two parts to this question. Obviously, this is the first rematch since what went down in 2018. Do you feel like you can potentially have a little bit of a mental edge over Australia given the history there? And the second part of that is there is obviously one player that's particularly perhaps mentally vulnerable, obviously, given his form recently in David Warner. Do you feel like the way your bowlers are bowling at the moment, you can particularly attack him at the top?
Well, yeah. The first part of the question, I think it's when you come through those situations, sometimes it galvanizes the team. I know it was nothing pleasant to go through what they've been through, and some of the players are still paying for those mistakes. And I feel for us coming now, opening old wounds will probably bring them closer together as a unit, which means for us, we really need to be up for the challenge come the first ball on Saturday. And into your second question, David has always brought a lot of intensity against us, and we don't expect anything different. And we've bowled really well to him as well, and we're looking forward to the challenge. Yeah.
Given that history and that there's been so much verbal between the sides in previous to it going all the way back, Australia says they're not going to go the verbal route. Do you believe them, and are you prepared if they do to fight fire with fire?
Well, we've always fight fire with fire, so it doesn't take much for our guys to step up when need be. I think we saw that when they were at home. We can't control what Australia does, and the only thing we can control is how we go about our business. And for us is really making sure that we execute to the best of our ability from ball one.
Just with Timber Verma, we saw him in the tour game come back about the second innings. He gave him a good workout in the Mets yesterday as well. What sort of an impact do you think he can have on this series? And why is he so important to your team? Is there anything new on his elbow?
Yeah, Timber was given an extended break after the World Cup, and he's been really batting really well in terms of since he joined the squad. Unfortunately, he couldn't bat in the first innings. We pushed him a bit hard in terms of the volumes of work that he did, that he had to do once we got here. And yeah, he's been our best batter, him and Dean, consistency-wise and experience-wise. He's been our best performing batter leading up now to this tour. So he's a very important member of the batting lineup, and I'm very confident that he will do really well here. He's been here before, and he knows the conditions. He knows the intensity that is brought in here, not only by the players, also by the crowd, everything that comes with the package of playing in Australia. So he's very important for us, and yeah, we look forward to his contribution.